Welcome to the Smart Stick Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Smart Stick Show, the first ever stick figure podcast on YouTube. Now, today's guest isn't a billionaire or a celebrity, but trust me, he's done more multitasking than a tech CEO, more budgeting than an accountant, and more late night thinking than a philosopher. Today, we're talking to a dad, a husband, a father, a son. A man who quietly carries the weight of an entire family, not with big speeches, but with small actions that say, "I've got you." Welcome, Dad. So good to have you on the show.
Thanks, Sticko. I'm excited and nervous. This is probably the first time someone's asked me about me. Usually it's, "Where's the charger? Did you pay the bill?" You know, dad stuff.
Totally get that. So tell us, what does an ordinary day in your life look like?
It starts early. Before everyone wakes up, I check if there's milk in the fridge, make sure school uniforms are ironed, and sometimes even sneak in 5 minutes of silence. Rare treasure. Then it's helping with the kids, breakfast, school bags, a pep talk if someone has a test. After that, I head to work. Traffic, meetings, pressure, the usual. Evenings are no less busy, homework, helping my mom with her medicines, fixing stuff around the house, and somewhere in between, I try to be a good husband and friend to my wife. By night, I crash on the couch with my eyes open.
Man, just listening to your day is exhausting, and you do this every single day, without expecting anything in return. And the wild part is, that's just the surface, because being a dad isn't one job, it's many. You're a husband, a son, a friend, a guide. You're playing all these roles at once. How do you manage to wear so many hats without losing yourself in the process?
Honestly, there are days I do feel like falling apart. But then, you see your kid sleeping peacefully or your wife holding your hand after a rough day, and it gives you strength. As a husband, I try to be present. Not just physically, but emotionally too. Listening to her, sharing my own worries, standing by her dreams. As a father, I try to be everything. Coach, storyteller, cheerleader, fixer-upper, ATM, hug machine. And as a son, I take care of my parents like they once took care of me. Sometimes that means skipping a weekend plan to take Dad to the doctor, or just sitting quietly with Mom over a cup of tea.
What have you had to sacrifice that most people don't even notice?
Time, sleep, dreams. I've said no to trips, gadgets, promotions, just so I could be around when my kid had his first football match, or so I could be home in time for dinner. Sometimes I feel guilty for not chasing my own ambitions harder, but then I look at my family, and I realize they are my biggest ambition, and every small sacrifice is a seed planted in their future.
Also, I have heard there was a time when you were jobless for a few months. What was that phase like for you? How did you get through that? How did it affect you emotionally and mentally?
Yeah, that was a really tough phase in my life. I lost my job suddenly. At first, I thought, it's okay. I'll find something in a week or two. But days turned into weeks. And weeks slowly turned into months. Waking up every day, pretending I'm okay. Sending my kids off to school with a smile, even when I felt like a failure inside. I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror some days. I avoided friends, stopped picking calls. But you know what saved me? My wife. She stepped up without saying a word. She picked up extra shifts at her job, came home tired but never made me feel guilty. She would leave me little notes on the fridge. "You are enough. Don't give up. I believe in you." Those words, they carried me through. She didn't just support me financially, she held my spirit together.
That's powerful. That's real partnership. And also, a reminder that men don't always have to be the strong ones. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is lean on the people who love you.
Exactly. Strength isn't just holding everything in. Sometimes real strength is opening up and allowing someone else to say, You don't have to carry this alone.
I completely agree with that. Sometimes, letting someone in takes more courage than staying silent. After everything you've been through, how do you keep yourself strong?
I find strength in the small, quiet moments, like my daughter's laugh when she's truly happy, or when my son comes to me for advice. It reminds me I'm needed. Sometimes, it's just my wife holding me a little longer after a long day. And on certain nights, I step out to the balcony, take a deep breath, and tell myself, you're not perfect, but you're here, you're trying. And that's enough.
That was beautiful. It's amazing how the quietest moments often give us the loudest strength. And listening to all this, your sacrifices, your struggles, your everyday efforts, one thing is clear. All of it comes from a place of deep love. So tell me, what does love mean to you as a man who carries so much for the people he loves?
More than words could ever express. To me, love means putting their needs above my own without hesitation. It's staying up through the night when someone's unwell. It's working weekends, not because I have to, but because I want to give them more. It's cheering for their wins, even when I'm quietly battling my own struggles. They are the reason I wake up and push forward every single day. Everything I do is for them.
You know, hearing you talk about love like that, not in words, but in actions, it reminds us how deep a father's heart really goes. And I know there are so many fathers out there who are doing the same, giving their all, staying strong, even when no one's watching. If one of them is listening right now, what would you want to say to him?
I'd say this, brother, you're not alone. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. And yes, it's more than okay to ask for help. Even if no one claps for you, your effort is building something real. Every single day, your love doesn't always show in words, it shows in the life you're holding together. And one day your kids will look back and say, he was always there, my quiet, steady hero. So keep going. You're doing better than you think.
Wow! Today wasn't just a conversation with a dad. It was a glimpse into the life of a silent warrior. A man who doesn't wear a cape, but carries the weight of a whole world on his shoulders. A provider, a protector, someone who stays in the background so his family can shine in the spotlight. If you're watching this and you are that man, we see you, we thank you, we salute you, and if you are lucky enough to still have your dad around, don't wait for Father's Day. Tell him today. Tell him now. Tell him how much he matters. This has been the Smart Stick Show. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay kind, stay grateful, and get ready for another story that sticks to your heart. Until then, be kind, be grateful, and remember, real heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes they wear office shirts, carry grocery bag, and say, I'm fine, even when they're not. Take care and goodbye until next time.
If this video made you pause and think, even for a second, give it a like. And if you want more quirky, relatable videos like this one, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me keep creating, and trust me, I've got way more where this came from.